Welcome to Phantom. You're gonna click I agree to the terms of service, and obviously you're gonna wanna read them first, and then you'll click create new wallet. Now you have the option here to continue with an email backed up wallet or a seed phrase wallet. I recommend the seed phrase wallet because that's how you can be the most secure. So I'll click continue with seed phrase, and I'm going to absolutely be protecting it with Face ID. It's gonna make it a lot simpler to open, as well as not being able to be opened just with a passcode or a PIN. It's gonna need your face, so you're gonna have to be the one to be opening the wallet. So click allow there, it'll give me a little tester of Face ID to verify, then I'll click next. So once you click next, it's gonna show you your recovery phrase. This is the most important thing of this entire video. You're going to absolutely want to write this phrase down in the correct order on a piece of paper and keep that somewhere incredibly safe. This needs to be somewhere that's safe from prying eyes, somewhere safe from fire. Ideally, if you get a lockbox that is fire resistant, just in case, there's an accident that happens. This phrase is gonna be the only thing that will give you access to your crypto wallet if you, let's say, lose your phone. You can use this phrase to log back into Phantom on any other device using your recovery phrase. And if somebody else gets access to it, then they have access to your account. It cannot be changed, it cannot be recovered. So you need to write this down and keep it somewhere safe, and ideally somewhere that's not in the cloud, somewhere that's not on a device in a Notes app where somebody else can gain access to it. It needs to be completely private so that it can be, completely secure. So once you've saved your recovery phrase, I'm gonna go ahead and click OK. I saved it somewhere. Then it'll ask you written the recovery phrase down. Without the recovery phrase, you will not be able to access your key or any assets associated with it. So it's very good at reminding you that this is a very, very important thing to have written down. So we're gonna click yes. And now it's gonna have you create a username. So I'm going to take off this pre-generated username and I'm gonna put in CryptoGXBrett. There you go. And once you have a username that's unique and available, just like any other social media platform, you can click continue. It'll give you a nice little animation as it's loading and creating your wallet, and then boom, you're all ready. You can fully enjoy your wallet. So let's get started and kind of go through the things that you can do with your new Phantom wallet. First, it'll ask you if you like notifications. I'm gonna click yes, just in case, and then it'll use your Face ID to log you in. And boom, here is your homepage. So right off the bat, you can see a few of the different things that you can do here. So let's walk through them. The first one is gonna be on the left icon in the middle. It says receive, and it shows a little QR code. So let's click on that, and you're gonna wanna click the blockchain that you particularly wanna use. Most people use Solana, but Phantom has been increasing its capabilities. It has currently Ethereum, Base, Sui, Polygon, and Bitcoin. So first we're gonna start with Solana, and we're gonna just click on the Solana text itself. This is gonna pull up your QR code and your address that you can see near the bottom with the little copy and paste icon right above share. Now you can either use this QR code or the wallet address to send funds to your current address. If you want to use the wallet address right above share, you'll click that little copy and paste icon and it'll say copied, and then you can paste that elsewhere if you want to send wallet to this address, or you can hold up this QR code and then whichever app that somebody else is using, if they're sending it to you, or if you have an app on your computer that has the ability to capture the image of it and hold up your phone to send it that way, you can use that as well. Typically the QR code's easier if you have somebody else with another device that's sending you crypto so that they can use their camera, obviously. So the other option is you click the share icon, and it will basically create a link that you can either text to a friend of yours or share on something like email or other options like that. But the main way I would go about it is to click the address and it'll be copied. Now that's how you receive funds, but let's take a look at how you send funds. And this is going to be what it looks like on the other end. When you're receiving funds after you share your wallet address with someone, then they can send you funds like this. So right here back on the homepage, you'll see the send icon right in the middle next to receive. We'll click on that and it'll give you an option to select which token that you would like to send. We don't have any, but we're gonna just choose Solana as a base here. And as you can see, it shows a to box on the top. This is where you're going to either type in a username that has to be a Phantom wallet username, or the address of someone that make sure it's the right address. When you're copy and pasting, obviously that's much easier to know that it's the correct address, and you could paste that address right in there. Obviously that's your own address, so you're not going to send it to yourself. But then if you want, you can use the QR code option, which is much, much easier. So on the top right here, there's the little square. You'll click on that and it'll show scan QR code. So you're going to have to grant camera permissions first. So on the bottom, there's that big purple button there, and you'll click grant camera permissions and you'll click allow. Once you've granted camera permissions, you can see that it pulls up your camera and you can scan any QR code of somebody else's to have it input the wallet address for you, and then you can know it's the correct wallet it's going to the right place. I do recommend that you read through all of the numbers just in case, but typically you're going to be fine if you use the QR code. So once you paste your address or use the QR code, then you're going to go to an enter amount page. This is where you're going to obviously put in the amount of Sol or Solana that you want to send over to that address. Or if you go to the right, you see these up and down arrows. If you click on that, then you can give a dollar value of the amount of Sol. And it's based on the rough current market estimate of what Solana is currently worth. So $100 worth of Solana is 0.55 Solana. Once you're ready to send, if you have Solana in your account, you'll click the next icon on the top right, and it will put you to another page where it's going to verify the transaction, and then you'll be able to confirm and click send. Another